This segment is brought to you by 123 Digital Limited, your online and offline strategist.
Hi, my name is Dario. I'm from It's Alive and I'm here with Dazzle magazine. It's Alive is based on the concept of fermentation. We use this concept to create our products, such as our sourdough bread, our probiotic yogurt, and our kombucha. The original products or ingredients are transformed from the original state via the action of microorganisms breaking down the sugars and cell walls within the original ingredient, thereby increasing the nutrition profile and increasing the absorption rate at which our bodies can then assimilate them. At It's Alive, we did some traveling before we founded the company, and during our travels we found fermentation through some of the courses we were doing overseas in Brazil and Portugal, and they were using a technique called lactic acid fermentation, which is basically fermentation in an environment devoid of oxygen. So in this way you can have some sort of control over what you're fermenting, while at the same time keeping at bay the pathogens that you don't want in your product. So during this time, we got really inspired because it was so simple and so easy, and it was such an ancient technology that it was very easy for us to understand and implement. The majority of our foods that we love and cherish today are actually fermented products, such as chocolate, beer, wine, bread. So it was quite an easy transition to be inspired, and we wanted to bring that technology here to St. Lucia. Sourdough bread has more flavor. It has more nutrition, a higher nutrition profile. It's also a higher digestible bread. It's normally made of more whole grains, and it also keeps longer on the counter and in the fridge. And last but not least, it has a better texture. When I try to educate the consumers of It's Alive, we try to bring these points forward so people can make the best and most educated decision, because the majority of people don't understand how important fermentation is in their daily life. Regular bread is fermented between 2 to 6 hours maximum, and our sourdough bread is fermented for 12 to 24 hours, which increases the likelihood of gluten being broken down, and which increases the likelihood of you not having any adverse effects of eating high gluten bread. Kombucha is made from a SCOBY. So it's an acronym which means symbiotic community of microorganisms. It is primarily formed of yeast, and it is the yeast that eats the sugars within the tea that is made from. It is a black tea, and we add a little bit of sugar in there to feed the yeast, but after the first fermentation is done, the colony of yeast then can start the carbonation cycle, which is what makes it fizzy. And kombucha has been made for thousands of years. It's an ancient Asian technique. The majority of fermentation comes from Asia, by the way, and kombucha itself is no different. Our probiotic yogurt came towards us out of a need to have yogurt as a vegan. I don't eat any dairy products, so it was hard for me to find any dairy alternatives on the island that were affordable price. So I did some research, as well as the other partners I have in the business, and we all concluded that the coconut man had the coconut jelly that was going to waste. So we decided to do a little experiment, and we just fermented it, and it tasted pretty similar to normal yogurt without the expense and without the dairy that we didn't want to consume. Since having It's Alive, it's been really inspiring what we've been doing. We thought that it would take a lot of groundwork to build up the knowledge and the awareness in the country on fermented foods, but it turns out that's not the case. A lot of people either want fermented foods but don't know where to find them, or they don't know where to find fermented foods because they don't know about them. At It's Alive, we have a few possible roads that we can go down. At the moment, we're toying with the idea of opening a sourdough bakery and cafe, so we'll also stock our probiotic yogurt and our kombucha there, but we will want to take the more more well-known avenue to break into this marketplace. And a bakery, I think, has the strongest first foot forward, because people aren't afraid of bread, whereas they might be afraid of kombucha and yogurt because it seems more foreign to them. So having sourdough bread, sourdough pastries, anything that we can incorporate some fermentation into someone's life, that's the road we're gonna go down. You can find us on Instagram at It's Alive SLU. You can find all of our products at Kilago Italian, opposite Aquatic Center in Rodney Heights and Kilago Way. You can also find photos on our Instagram and testimonials on our Instagram if you are unsure about taking the plunge into the world of fermented foods. And subscribe to Dazzle magazine on YouTube.